if we were to extrapolate his strategy right now, Michael Saylor with strategy, gobbling up all this Bitcoin, using all sorts of really interesting and sophisticated financial instruments to basically suck traditional capital out of traditional markets and then convert it into digital scarcity. Over time, though, because of the finiteness of Bitcoin, do you think it's possible that self-custodied Bitcoin, like Bitcoin that you can acquire directly and hold in your own digital wallet, not through an ETF, not through owning shares in a publicly listed company, do you think that that self-custodied Bitcoin will, like in a sense, attract a premium?
Well, I don't answer that question. We're in the early stages of watching Bitcoin, so we haven't found the market equilibrium point. But everything always tends towards the market equilibrium point. I have no idea what that Bitcoin price is going to be in fiat currency, and it will continue to increase as long as our governments keep to devaluing our currency.
Which they have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so the first country that devalues its currency to zero by printing an infinite quantity of it and buys Bitcoin wins. And that's what Michael Saylor is doing. He doesn't have the power to print currency, but he is trying to do exactly the same thing. And that's what's going to make companies like Strategy win for the competitive war, because their value can't be stolen. They're still going to have to try. It is going to have a premium, I suppose, but only until it reaches that market equilibrium point. And as the more transactions increase and the market cap increases and more people start transacting it, the rate at which it increases is going to decrease. This is just basic analysis. And it will eventually reach that market equilibrium point, and that will be the price of Bitcoin.
Sure. But that's after it's absorbed the maximum amount of capital that it could absorb, right?
Yep.
And I guess if, say, Strategy eventually, or Tesla, or any of these other companies that have Bitcoin on their balance sheet, if they eventually went and they just lost their wallet, or they were hacked or whatever, right? Or just disappeared forever, then I guess that just makes the amount of Bitcoin in circulation that much smaller.
It does.
And we just get there that much faster, don't we?
We just go into more decimal points.
Yeah.
I think you can have millions decimal points, so 6 zeros at the moment, but there's no reason you can't divide it further. We can have literally infinite zeros in front of any Bitcoin transaction. So what have we lost? 4 to 6 million Bitcoin already? Something like that.
Yeah.
It makes no difference.
Yeah.
All it does is change the supply and therefore what the market equilibrium price is.
Yeah.
And that is the trading pair between Bitcoin and eggs, Bitcoin and bread, petrol, between New Zealand dollars.
Yeah.
And that will eventually find its market equilibrium point,
right,
preferably without government intervention.
Yeah.
Would be fantastic. If we've got separation of church and state, we need separation of state and economics.
Yeah.
That's where we need to head.